In Android, in order to persist data, we use Room. Now, what is this thing called Room? So Room is part of Jetpack. Remember, it's just a set of tools that allow us to build modern, efficient, consistent applications. According to the definition, the Room persistence library provides an abstraction layer over SQLite to allow for more robust database access while harnessing the full power of SQLite. Wow, very formal. What this really means is that Room takes away all of the difficulties Android developers had to endure when creating databases. In the past, Android developers would have to use SQLite classes in order to create database in Android, which had a lot of different classes, a lot of moving parts, and there was an abstraction layer. Abstraction layer really just means something that hides all the complicated stuff, if you will. Now with Room, all of that is gone. All of that hard work that developers had to do to just create a simple database, it's gone. Before we go into looking at Room and how to create a database so that we can persist, or in this case save notes, data onto our device, we need to talk about another concept which is part of building scalable application. Okay, so this concept is called dependency injection. Now you may have heard of this or may not have heard of this. Either way, it's okay. So I'll try to briefly explain, go through a few examples what this is and the importance of dependency injection. Well, dependency happens when an object requires another object for it to function or to add more functionality to it. Right? A good example, but simple, is this. So we have a class called car and we have another class called engine. The idea here is that car depends on engine for it to function. In this case here, we say that there is a dependency between car and engine. Now, there are different ways to structure this concept in code, which I'm going to show you here. One way is not that great. The other way is actually the best way to move forward. Now, you may ask, why am I even touching dependency injection? Well, dependency injection is a huge topic. There are a lot of libraries which we will talk about later. And in Android development, this is highly recommended and it's used throughout Android development and other types of development as well, because it gives us a lot of advantages, as you will see in a bit. Understanding this concept is very important. Again, this is a vast topic, so I'll just give you the basics so that we are on the same page and you can start seeing the big picture. Okay, let's go back into code so I can show you dependency injection and its advantages.